the face. Oh no! I've messed the face. Oh, no, it's back. Oof. I thought I messed the face up. But that's going to be our face. Yeah, it's a bit of an abomination, I'm not going to lie. But that's our face. That's this mug. This is what we got to work with here. So we're going to leave the face as it is. What's going on, guys? My name is Adam. I am a Super Swan. And welcome to Club 1, Episode 1 of the Campus to Champions Challenge. This is going to be the first episode of the series where we set the game up. We're going to be having a look at Swansea University. I'm going to see what it's like. What kind of squad have we got to work with? And what's going to be this challenge for this season? So first of all, we set our game up. So you've caught me at the active leagues screen, and as this is going to be a journeyman type of series, which again, if you don't know what a journeyman is that we move on from club to club to try and get to that end goal of winning the Champions League. So we might stay a couple of seasons at Swansea, move on to another club, stay a couple of seasons there, move on. As we get better and better, win some more trophies, our reputation goes up. We might get to some big clubs and hopefully win the Champions League. So for that to all take place, we need to get some leagues loaded. So these are going to be the leagues that we have loaded. We're going to stick to Europe for now, and we're going to not include the big leagues for now, but we'll add them in later on. You know, they can be view only. In fact, we might just add them in as view only, really, but we'll leave it like that. So the leagues that we've got loaded up, well, I don't know why we haven't got Austria, but we'll load Austria in. And we might as well throw Belgium in there as well. We'll basically load all the small leagues, apart from the big ones. So we've got Austria, Belarus, Belgium, Bulgaria, Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark, England, Finland, Greece, Hungary, Iceland, Ireland, Israel, Northern Ireland, Norway, Poland, Romania, Scotland, Serbia, Slovakia, Slovenia, Sweden, Switzerland, Turkey, Ukraine, and of course, Wales. So those are going to be the leagues we're going to have loaded up. As we go through the leagues, we may take some out and add some in. So as we get a little bit more reputable, we may add in the likes of France, Germany, Italy, you know, all the big leagues, so we can start going for the big sides. We may also want to expand our horizons and might want to add in teams from Asia, like Australia, China, Hong Kong, India. We might want to go a bit more overseas, just in case that might offer us a better solution. But those are going to be the initial leagues we load up. But as I mentioned, that'll change as we go through the series. So those are going to be the optimal leagues. And as you can see from here, it's going to be all the lowest leagues possible. So we're going to go for the very low, just so that we're going to have a lot more options to move on in Europe and manage teams that we may not have wanted to manage in the past. So as you can see from the screen here, we've got a load of leagues loaded up here. So it's going to give us a lot of options after we move on from Swansea University, which unfortunately we're not going to stay at Swansea Uni forever. If I want to win the Champions League, I'm going to have to move on to other teams. So we're going to start the game up. It's going to be 69 leagues from 27 nations. And we're going to let the game set itself up. And we're going to go to the manager screen to set up our profile. This is our profile going into our journeyman save. And as always, when it comes to journeymans, we always start off with the lowest league badges and past experience. So I got no coaching qualifications. I used to be a Sunday league footballer. I think this game knows what I've done in my life. So that's going to be the actual profile we use, and we'll give a bit of an edit. So, you know, we're Super Swan, we're born in Swansea, yeah, we're all about that. Do we want to change our appearance? We can do. I mean, I've gone for the warm-up trousers and jacket, but let's have a look what we got. I mean, I'm not really a suit and tie kind of guy, so we're going to go through those different options. I think we're more, there we go, tracksuit bottoms. I think we're more of a, yeah, warm-up trousers. I wish there was like a t-shirt option, because, you know, I wear t-shirts mostly. I'm not much of a warm-up trousers, but I think that's going to be the closest, I would think. But as far as jumper goes, we can go for black. Yeah, that works. And we can go for a white stripe. We'll go for a white stripe. And, well, we might as well leave him like that. So, as far as the face... Oh, no! I've messed the face... Oh, no, it's back. Oof. I thought I messed the face up. But that's going to be our face. Yeah, it's a bit of an abomination, I'm not going to lie. But that's our face. That's this mug. This is what we got to work with here. So we're going to leave the face as it is. And I think we're going to go ahead. Can we change the frame's colour? Well, we don't really need to. I've got black glasses anyway. So that's going to be... I think we've had some facial hair. There we go. That looks more like me with my ginger beard. Can we change the ginger? No, that's the hair. Can we change the beard to ginger? There we go. So got a bit of a ginger beard going on. So that fits me quite well. And that's going to be our profile. This is going to be the man that will one day lift the Champions League. It might be a long way off for now, starting at Swansea Uni. But this man here is going to lift the Champions League one day. As far as our attributes go, yeah, we've got ones for everything. But working with youngsters, I got 2. So, I'm double as good at working with youngsters than I am at everything else. And as far as the mental stats, I've split it in half. I've gone for adaptability and motivation, because I'm quite a motivating kind of guy. So I'm going to hopefully motivate the players to actually play the way I want them to play. So we're going to start the game off. I'm going to jump right in to Swansea University. Are we going to get a save screen first, or are we going to get the actual game? Swansea University hire Super Swan. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of management. Because clearly, who said this? With the Welsh Football Chronicle. They've just seen some random guy walk into Swansea Uni. I'm taking a degree, and now I'm in charge of Swansea Uni. I put pen to paper on a month-to-month deal worth not applicable. I'm not even being paid for this job. I'm doing this part-time with my actual job in order to start the ball rolling with my management career. But there we go, guys. We are now in charge of Swansea Uni. So that Robert Thomas, the chairman's going to welcome us to the club. Media prediction 5th. That's not too bad. I thought it would be a lot worse. But the media prediction, I think we're going to be in 5th place. So we should be towards the higher end of the table, which is pretty good. Swansea University playing fields. If you've watched the last episode, we've been up to the stadium, we've been up to the fields, we know what it's all about. So yeah, we're doing our average training facilities, basic youth, limited youth recruitment, but we've just been promoted from the division below us, and to become 5th, that's not too bad. So we should hopefully be pretty good. So this is our first opportunity to look at the side. So they want us to play like 4-3-2-1 almost, with 2 DMs and a midfielder. So we're very much a defensive lineup with not many strikers. But we'll have a look at the squad in a moment. But here we go. This is the vision. This is what the club want us to do. So our 5-year plan, but by the end of the current season, we've got to finish in the top 4. So we want top 4, 4th round of the Welsh Cup, and the 3rd round of the Welsh League Cup. So we've only got 1 season on our contract, but we've got to finish in the top 4 and get so far in the Cups. And as far as the 5-year plan, continue being recognised as the best of the rest. So no promotion on the cards, just, be around the top of the table from the looks of it. So it's not too bad, I don't think, for our first club, because we're not even being paid to be in charge of Swansea University. But I will get all of the reports from my team, and we will make a save. So I've made some tests, but I'm going to call it Super Swan Swansea Uni, as we are going to kick off the Campus to Champions Challenge. Swansea Uni have today confirmed the appointment of Super Swan as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised, so we've already read that. But we're on a month-to-month deal, so we're not even on a contract. We're on a month-to-month deal, so the club can get rid of me whenever they want to, as we are all amateurs. We'll do the tactical styles in a moment, but I'm going to accept the current vision. I'm going to say I'm okay with finishing in the top 4. And if it all goes wrong, we'll look for another side. We'll get sacked in our first job. But pre-season, Welsh transfer, so we'll have a look at the competitions first. So JD Cymru South, so this is the league that we're in. And we've got some local clubs like Llanelli are close to us. So Ammanford, again, very close to us. We're 153rd competition reputation. So, we're better than the Duraja Liha in Belarus and the to Delete Karla in Iceland. So we're around about the same as Andorra, the second league of Austria. And yeah, so we've got to start somewhere, right? So we've got to start there. But if I have a look at the season preview, so we predicted to come 5th in the league. So that's not too bad. So that shows we've got a pretty strong squad with only Avon Lido, Ammanford, Llanelli Town and Llantwit Major being the teams that are above us in the season preview. So we should finish in the top 4, I would hope. But we've got to try and hold on to this side, because if I show you the club information, that's the big one. Amateur professional status. So because of that, all of our players are on amateur contract. I'm on an amateur contract. So anyone can sign my players at any time. And we don't really have much of a input into that. But let's have a look at the squad. So that's the club. Let's look at the squad. Let's see what we've got to work with. And immediately I can see we've got some very good players at our disposal. I can also notice that they're all wanted by other teams. So we've got to try and convince them not to leave and to stay at Swansea University, because these are going to be the players that's hopefully going to help us in our first season. But we'll have a look at the first sort of 5 players and see what they're like. So we have Adam Orme, 27 years old. He's a star player at this level, and he's a centre midfielder or a Cariello. So he's going to be at the heart of our team, and he's going to be hopefully pulling the strings in the Swansea Uni midfield. How long has he been with us for? So he's been with us for 2 seasons so far, and we've gained promotion in both of those seasons. So we went from the Welsh Division 3 to Division 2 up to the JD Cymru South. So that's a good news for us that we've got a player of his calibre at the side. He's also been out to Australia as well. So, he's a bit of a journeyman player himself. But hopefully Adam Orme is going to pull the strings in our midfield. And, at this level, 13 passing's good. A lot of 13s. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he can help us in the midfield. We've got Larry Cornish, 27 American centre-back. He's our best defender at the club. 8 heading, 13 marking, 9 tackling. These are not too bad, to be fair, at this level. 4-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. How long has he been at Swansea Uni for? Well, it's the first season in the game. So Larry Cornish, the best centre-back we've got. He's an American. Doesn't know where he was born, but he's American, right? We're not going to question it. But he's going to be our best centre-back. We have Marley Bishop Wisdom, who's the best striker we've got. 4-star current ability, 4.5-star potential. He's got some decent pace to him. 14 acceleration, 12 pace, 7 finishing. But at this kind of level, it's more the physicals that we're interested in. So we want to see if he's got decent physicals to try and bird past his defenders and score the goals. So Marley Bishop Wisdom, the best striker we've got at the club. He's been with us for 2 years as well. Played at Port Talbot Town, started at Bristol City. So he's got some calibre to him. We've got Wyn Thomas, 40 years old. He is our assistant manager as well. So it's good to know that our assistant manager is going to be in the side and giving orders from the back. Can also play striker, awkwardly, but, if we're very desperate, we can shove our assistant manager to play up front. But again, 14 heading, 7 tackling, not the best pace, but, he's not there for pace. He's there to make sure the goals are kept out. So he's had a long career, but his first job, he was at Aberystwyth Town from 15 to 16, and since then, we don't know where he's been. But he's been in and around the Welsh Premier League most of his career, so we've got someone of that experience in the side. And the last guy we'll have a look at is our left-back, Eddie Richardson, 27 years old, can play left-back majority, but can also play on the right. He's got, again, very good physicals. Mentals are okay as well. So he's an English player. He's been at Swansea Uni for the last 3 seasons. And again, he's been at US Portsmouth, Prescott, Chichester. He's been in and around the lower English leagues. But he's the man that's going to be on our left back, bombing up and down the wing, putting the crosses into the box. So that's a rough idea of what our squad looks like. Very good, and considering we're meant to be finishing in 5th place this season, I think our biggest struggle is going to be to hang on to these amateur players, because if we look at the finances, we've only got 876 quid in the bank. So we got less than £1,000 in the bank. We got no budget. We got no wage budget. We do have a scouting budget though of 1,200 quid, which, thinking of our staff, we've got no recruitment, we've got no medical, and we've got me, our assistant manager, and Daniel Sheehan, who's also a player at the club, but he's a fitness coach as well. So he kind of does two jobs. He, if the players fall over, he gets the magic sponge out, and he's our player as well. He plays right back. So Daniel Sheehan, multi-skilled, and he's our fitness coach. So I think one of the first things we're going to do is get a coach in, get some scouts in, because we're going to have to try and find free Welsh agents into the club. We're not going to be able to sign anybody for this team, as we are an amateur side. I have to keep stressing that. We're not even on any money. Like, normally you see journeyman saves and people are earning like 200 quid a week at the lowest level. I'm not on a contract. I am literally doing it in my spare time, as are all the players. So we are at the lowest of the low. But hear these words. We will win the Champions League in this save, and it all starts at Swansea University. So that is the squad, that is the club, and as I say, we are about 5th place in the league media prediction, but the board wants us to finish in the top 4 places of our first season. So I think what we'll do is, we've got a couple of friendlies coming up, but I think our first game we'll show off will be, well, we won't show Ammanford because we've got some friendly games going there. We'll come back for the first 2 league games of the season. We've got Avon Lido and Cambrian and Clydach in the Welsh JD Cymru South. And I think what we'll do is I'll have a look and see what the timer's looking like, and we might sneak a game in for this game. But yeah, we'll look at that. That's the squad, that's the players. But what we'll do is we'll wrap that up for this episode, guys. We don't want it to go on too long. This is just an introduction to the club, to the players, and then next time what we'll do is we'll have a look at the tactics. We'll have our first 2 league games of the season. We'll try and hang on to these players, and who knows what can happen in the JD Cymru South. This is where we're starting our journey. But leave a like if you enjoyed, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2020 content. We will be uploading Campus to Champions every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 6 PM GMT. And tune in next time for the first 2 league games of the campaign in the JD Cymru South. Thank you very much for watching.